Hello and a big welcome to the channel. I'm the Motorsport Madman and this is Friday Practice 1 ahead of the 2022 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. If you are new to the channel, if you are a Formula 1 fan, get yourself subscribed. Live for every race, but this is the last race of the year. Please do drop me a like as well. Really helps out the channel. And yeah, welcome in. I'm going to try out live GPS today, see if that works. Yeah, let me just turn the music down. Yeah, so we'll see if it works. So when the cars go out on circuit, you should see them going round. That's the idea, that's the plan, but you never know. Testing it out so that for next season it can. Next season we can change things up a bit. You see, so take this as a test. It's a test for 2023. This. Let's see if we can actually see the cars out on circuit. Live GPS team. Yes, Tax, welcome in. Ryan Tune, SHT, Pato Award and Felipe Drugovich. Yeah, and Liam Lawson. Yes, there's three, is there? Yeah. Pato in at McLaren, is it? Felipe Drugovich. Let me get these on so we know what's going on. So Felipe Drugovich, is he the new F2 champion, if I'm not mistaken? Is Felipe Drugovich the champ? Is he in at Aston Martin? Is he doing it for Aston Martin, Drugovich? And then Liam Lawson in place of Verstappen, yeah, Red Bull. What are they doing at the rear of that Ferrari? Oh, they're doing... Whoa, they're doing Flovis paint at the rear. Oh, Logan Sargent's in again. Logan Sargent's in again. Now this is moment of truth for the live GPS. This is moment of truth. Come on. If we start seeing cars on circuit, come on, please work. Ah, yeah. So Felipe Drugovich is in the Aston, replacing Stroll. It is replacing Stroll. Mercedes back with a 1-2. I know. Big. No cars on circuit yet. Yes, Gav, how we doing, mate? Welcome in. I'm just trying to rig up. It's only FP1 anyway. I'm trying to rig up live GPS so you can actually see the cars going around and where they are on track. Yeah. See if I can rig it up. Look at this. They're doing. They've got a big aero rake on the rear of the Aston. This is. Kubica doing is he? Wow, so we've got like a virtually different grid. That's at least like 5 or 6 different drivers then. Kubica is doing it for Alfa Romeo. I can't believe he still gets sessions, man. I mean, no disrespect, but I think that's kind of a waste of time, is it not? Maybe he's just got it in his contract to do some practice sessions throughout the year, but it's kind of mad putting Robert Kubica in the car. Wouldn't it be much more valuable to put a youngster in the car? You know what I mean, my lad? Oh, Pato Award's not happy. Oh, the McLaren is it's not looking good, man. Pato Award in the McLaren, he's yo, yeah, there's just something wrong with the car, man. He's just chugging along at 10 mile an hour. What's going on, my lad? Right. Let me close that. Let me refresh. Are they telling you keep it in second gear? That's bad looking at that. They put you in the car for the first time, and you get an issue immediately. I don't know if it's his first time in the car, but it's you know, he's a young driver, IndyCar driver, Indy Pato Award, Mexican. I believe he's a Mexican IndyCar driver, but I am not 1,000,000,000% sure on that. Right, we're refreshing stuff. See if we can get some live timing and GPS on it. Why has that not worked? Oh yeah, Fittipaldi's in as well. Like it said, SHT. Yeah, Fittipaldi in the Haas as well. Pietro, I assume Pietro, because there's two. There's Enzo Fittipaldi as well. I think he's just signed a deal, hasn't he, with to be in to be in the Red Bull Junior program, right? So, Schwartzman in as well. Wow, it's virtually a completely different grid. Look at Ward of the OWA as well. Yeah, there's like, it's like half a grid of youngsters, reserve drivers. Yeah, we've got Sargent, Fittipaldi, Schwartzman, Drugovic, Kubica, O'Ward, Jack Doohan. How many's that? 8 or 9? I thought it was like 3. Right, let me move that down there. So the positions are right, but this live GPS it doesn't want to play ball, does it? I might refresh it. Where are we up to? This week we'll determine if Sargent can get his FIA super license. Yeah, what's he got to do, SHT? Has he got to finish in the top 6 in the championship or something like that? Which he should do. As far as I know, it's pretty much nailed on that he's going to get that super license, isn't it? It would have to go, as far as I know, it would have to go drastically wrong for him not to get enough super license points. How long did Beer o'clock? Until about gone 4 AM. Yeah. Beyond 4 AM, Gav. Yeah, it was a bit heavy. Mick leaving Haas, welcome back. I'm gutted, me. I was going to do a stream on it. I was going to do a stream last night about that they've dropped Mick Schumacher because he's my favourite. He's my favourite driver. Sound like such a child. He's my favourite driver. But yeah, I'm a big Mick Schumacher fan, and he's been dropped. And I was going to do a stream, but then I thought, this is going to be streamed like half an hour of me just moaning, like, they shouldn't have dropped it. Just half an hour of someone just moaning. Like, I just thought, nah, it might be a bit dead, that. So, no, it's not good, though. They've dropped a 23-year-old with his whole career ahead of him, with so much to prove, to bring in a 36-year-old that's had his career, that's done his time. You know what I mean? He's had his time and has never really done much. Nah, I don't back that decision to bring back Nico Hulkenberg. It's the deadest signing ever. It's the most uninspiring driver swap that I can remember ever. Have we ever seen a team do that before? Get rid of like an exciting young talent for someone who's like 16 years older and end of their career. It's such a dead swap. Nico Hulkenberg's had his career in Formula 1. He's had his career. He's had an 11, 12-year career in Formula One. He's had a go. You know, he's done all right. He's never pulled up trees. He wasn't awful, but he's never been phenomenal, has he, Nico Hulkenberg? Well, like, he's done. He should be racing in World Endurance Championship or IndyCar. It's madness. Anyway, if I'd have done a stream on it, it'd have been half an hour of me saying that, so, you know, that'd probably get a bit dry after a while. I'm just gutted because Mick's lost his seat, basically. I can't, Gav. I can't believe he's got it. I can't, mate. Well, I can. Like, I can believe it. I can believe it. I can. That's how bad it is. I can believe it's happened. It's just dead. From Alpine double disaster on Saturday to McLaren double disaster on Sunday. Yeah. Exactly. Alpine have got it now. Alpine. I think with that. I think with Alonso. Finishing P5 has sealed it, and I think Ocon was 8th as well. So that sealed him like what 15 points or something. McLaren got nothing with a double DNF. So that's it. It's also not fair. Felipe Drugovich, you know, that's the kind of driver Haas should be looking at. Let's get the new talent in, not someone 36, man, and at the end of the career. But anyway, I don't really talk about Nico Hulkenberg for an hour. You know, you've got drivers lining up. F2 champion, ready and waiting. Mad settings. Alonso was on 5 final stages of Brazil. Oh, he was, mate. You know what I mean? I was absolutely loving it. Didn't he beat both Red Bulls? He beat both Red Bulls. I think it was 2 Mercs, 2 Ferraris, and Alonso. And then the 2 Red Bulls. Yeah, madness on it. Alonso's had an absolute banger of a season. Alonso's had a great season. If it wasn't for the DNFs, he'd probably be 7th in the championship ahead of Lando Norris without the DNFs. He'd be up there with Lando Norris on that like 115 points, something like that, easy. But then you start adding ifs in for one driver, you got to if for every driver, and then you got to delete every DNF, and then you know what I mean. You can't just delete someone's DNFs and go, well, they would have won the championship if they didn't DNF. Yeah, but if he didn't DNF, he'd be world champion. If he didn't, you know what I mean. You're opening a can of worms if you start if buts and maybes. But he's been a bit unlucky, hasn't he, Alonso, with reliability. Logan Sargent goes P9 for Williams. Yeah, it was second behind Leclerc. I can't believe Leclerc finished the race after that crash, you know. I thought he was definitely out. Typical Haas decision making, yeah. I mean, they ran around with Grosjean Magnussen for years, didn't they? They seem to enjoy that. You know, 2 like 30-year-olds. You know, just chilling. You know, I suppose from Haas's point of view, they'll say, yeah, but you know, Hulkenberg's not gonna have, you know, 5 massive crashes in a season like Mick, you know, so it's gonna save him money in that way. You know, Mick has had, you know, 3 or 4 chassis obliteration crashes, hasn't he? You know, he's had 3 or 4 big crashes, Mick Schumacher, so that's probably their angle is probably, listen, let's get Nico Hulkenberg in. He ain't going to bin it in the wall every other week. He's going to be a safe pair of hands. He's got the experience. He's going to pick up the odd point here and there. It's boring though, isn't it? I think if they'd have stuck with Mick and given Mick a proper chance, because forget last season, the car was 3 seconds off the pace. Forget this was his first proper season. I think they'd have shown belief in him and give him another shot next year and said, right, season 3, this is where you nail it, and shown belief in him. I reckon it'd have come on leaps and bounds. I think, you know, aside from Magnussen pulling out that incredible pole position last week, aside from that, I think Mick's been beating him in this second half of the season. Or been as good as, if not better than Magnussen in the second half of the season. So, you know, obviously, like I say, other than that crazy Kevin pole last Friday, you know what I mean? Other than that, Mick's been doing well. So, gutted. Absolutely gutted. And the only hope Mick has got is a Sargent don't finish the race in 8th. Yeah, is that what it is, Gav? Has he got to be in the top 8? It's a bit of pressure, that, isn't it? Can you imagine he doesn't get enough? Can you imagine he misses out by like 1 super license point? And the FIA have shown that they don't budge on that either, because was it AlphaTauri looking at what was the guy AlphaTauri were looking at from IndyCar, and he didn't have enough super license points. And so it was like, no chance. Was that Pato? Was that a Pato award? No, it wasn't, was it? Who was that? AlphaTauri were going to sign someone, weren't they, from IndyCar? And he didn't have enough super license points, so it just got ruled out. And then they went and got De Vries instead. So they're strict on that. So if Logan Sargent misses out by a point, he misses out by a point. And then Mick might get a late call up. But nah, I think he'll be all right, Logan Sargent. I think it's got to go. Colton Herta, that's it. Yeah, they tried to sign him, didn't they, from IndyCar, but they got shut down rapid. So the FIA have, to be fair, is the right thing to be strict, because imagine if they weren't. And like they were just getting backhanders, and then drivers were coming in anyway. Do you know what I mean? You'd be like, what's the point in the super license point if you could just be like paid off and like, oh well, he's nearly got enough. Oh, that'll do. So it is the right way to do it. You've got to have a certain amount of points, and that's it. And if you haven't, you don't get a super license. So it is the right thing to be strict about it, really. But we're not going to see the likes of Max Verstappen again, who comes like straight in from F3 and stuff. You know what I mean? Straight in from F3 after like 1 season of open wheel racing. Bang, you're in the big time. We're not going to see that again. You've got to build up to it. So Fernando Alonso in the garage. So who's got his car then? Oh, Jack Doohan. Jack Doohan in Fernando Alonso's Alpine. Liam Lawson in Max Verstappen's Red Bull. Yeah, loads. Schwartzman gets another session for Ferrari as well, which I didn't even realise. Yeah, Logan Sargent in again at Williams. Fittipaldi. I tell you what, Fittipaldi's got quite a bit of experience, really. He's had a couple of races. He's had a fair few practice sessions as well. Should Fittipaldi be on the grid? Why aren't Haas going Fittipaldi? All right, maybe they don't believe in Mick Schumacher. Why not go for why not go Fittipaldi then? Come on, show some ambition, I think. I wouldn't have been that. I'd have been more forgiving if Haas had have dropped Mick and gone for Pietro Fittipaldi, I'd have been like, oh, I'm a bit gutted because Mick's my guy. I'm a bit gutted, but okay, give someone else, give another young driver a go. All right, I would understand it, but to drop him for Hülkenberg, bro. Even Vettel was like, I don't understand the decision. And Vettel's German. Hülkenberg and Vettel are both German, so you'd think that they would kind of, not that they would get on, but there'd be a bit of camaraderie there. Even Vettel's was like, I don't understand the decision. Liam Lawson up there in P3 in the Red Bull, let's go. I'm going to try and refresh this GPS thing, see if we can get it working. When Vettel retires, I thought Aston potentially put Hulk in the main seat. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's Enzo. Yeah, it's Enzo who's the Red Bull Junior. Yeah. It has to be the top 8. You think Daniel Ricciardo Mercedes? I think Ricciardo will be the Red Bull. I think it's going to play out where it's going to be Ricciardo the Red Bull reserve and Mick Schumacher the Mercedes reserve. So it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world for Mick, that would it? Being the Mercedes reserve. You know, Lewis gets a bit of the old food poisoning or something, and all of a sudden Mick can win a race. Then it's game on. No, I don't think it's that bad, is it, being a Mercedes reserve? So, you know. Yeah, exactly. Mercedes might give Mick the tester. Yeah, so I think Ricciardo Red Bull reserve and Schumacher Mercedes reserve. Yeah, could be. Could turn out that way. Pietro, is he 26? The past injury sufferer doesn't get him potential opportunity. Oh yeah. What happened to Pietro Fittipaldi? You're right. He was injured, wasn't he? You're right. I'd forgotten about that. Was it something with his hands? I'd forgotten about that. How did he get injured? You're right. He was injured, wasn't he? Was he involved? I can't remember. Well, for Mick, his father came back to F1 with Mercedes. Yeah, I think they'll take him on. I think Mercedes will pick him up. Yeah, I think Mercedes will pick him up, put him in reserve driver. Right, they're on ad break. Right, let's try and get this live GPS. Don't want to work, does it? Ah, okay. I think this is refreshing it now. Come on. No cars on there, my lad. Empty track. Oh, that's. Oh, I'm gutted because that'd be actually decent. That. That's a shame. I mean, there are some cars out there. Russell, Doohan, Ricciardo, Kubica, Schwartzman, Drugovic, and O'Ward are all out there. Na. Oh, is it because you've got to be like... think I know why. I think you've got to be like signed in. And you can't sign in when you're just grabbing a... Oh, I know why. I know why it's not working, but I can't solve it. I know why. Because you have to sign in to get the live data, and you can't sign in when I'm just grabbing a URL. Because I've just got it set up where it's just where you put the website in, and then it just loads it up. But you can't access that web page; it just loads it. So, but you need to sign in to get the live data. So there's no way to sign in because it's just... That's why. So how am I going to do it then? This is a monologue with myself, this. How am I going to do it? I have to do it like the window capture, like the timings is on a window capture, but I can't do two window captures at the same time because one of them, they've got to be at the front to be active. Oh, it's a flipping, it's not. I wish it was easier. It's a bugger that ain't gonna work. And the thing is, I can't do the F1, I can't do the live timings as a website thing either, because you have to sign into that. Gutted. Oh well. It is what it is. Oh well. At least it's in the FP1 in it, so you know what I mean. It doesn't work, but it's FP1, you know. Right, so we'll hide that. We'll grab that and let's just do this. Let's just do that, and then let's just do... We'll go plan B. We'll go plan B. There you go. There you go. Plan B. I wanted to get live GPS. I give it a go. But I'm back to the drawing board on that one. Yeah, plan B. What are we saying? Sorry, I'm with me technical issues. I'm way behind on the chat, so I apologise. I will catch up. I think it's Mick take a year out and then aim for the Sauber seat in 2024 if the show doesn't get retained. Yeah, I think you said that last week. Yeah, I think. That's an in. That's a way back in. Yeah, to go alongside Bottas at Alpha. That's a way back in, yeah. Maybe if Sargent absolutely... You know, if Sargent's awful. Like, really awful. But that's unlikely. They'll probably believe in Sargent. You know, even if Sargent has a bad year, he'll probably get 2 years, you know. If Sargent's really awful, maybe he comes in at Williams. Yeah, but that's probably the most likely. Alfa Romeo 24. Guan Yu Zhou's not been phenomenal, has he really? So you never know. It'd be interesting to see what happens with Yuki Tsunoda, because next season a big year for Yuki Tsunoda. AlphaTauri's driver lineup next season is... I mean, Nick De Vries might be brilliant, but it doesn't seem that strong, does it? Really, Yuki Tsunoda as your most experienced driver, and you know, it doesn't seem amazing, does it? That. So you never know. Mick could end up at AlphaTauri. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, probably best chance Alfa Romeo. Yeah, 24. Yeah. Just realised this is the last race. Yeah. Exactly, Gav. Answers on a postcard. What am I going to do? It's not quite 5 months, but it is 4. No, because I'll do the car launches and stuff. Once you get to mid-February and the new cars are coming out and then they do winter testing, I can pick it back up there, really. Once winter testing's on, like, end of Feb, it's game on again. But, so let's say it's middle of November now, so we've got middle of December, 1 month, middle of January, 2 months, middle of it. There is a good 3 months of solid nothing. Yeah, there is a good 3 months of solid nothing. So, yeah, answers on a postcard, what we do for 3 months. I just think Haas wasn't a good team of rookies. Yeah, not really. Oh, Will Rally's in. Welcome in, mate. All going, oh, there's a spin. I think Logan spun. Oh, has he hit the wall? Logan spun. And I think he's in the wall slightly. He should be able to keep going. He should be able to reverse and keep going. Should Logan Sargent's turn 1 as he spun. He'd only just tapped the wall. I think he's got away with that. And because it's that Tech Pro, it's the Tech Pro barrier. I think he's got away with that. Oh, sugar, what am I moving around there? Let me just do that. Okay, cool. Right, where were we? Yeah, he's got away without any... It looks alright. Yeah, he might get away with that, Logan Sargent. He's binned it, but no damage. I know, Gav. I woke up about 10 minutes before coming live. A lot of reserve drives. I know. I couldn't believe how many, Will. I could not believe it. I thought there was like 2 or 3. I knew that Pato Award was doing a bit. Whoa. He's just... Whoa, that's crazy. The way he spun there in turn 1. So as soon as he hits the brakes, wham, it just spins immediately. It's a weird one, that. Oh, he just... Whoa. Yeah, no, I don't think he even hit the wall. Or if he did, he's literally just a little... It wasn't. I've not seen anyone spin down at turn 1 at Abu Dhabi before. One of them. Yeah, a lot of reserve drivers. Yeah, it's like half the grid is like reserve drivers. It's mad. Kubica not seen for ages. I can't believe Kubica still gets a run out. I know that seems like a tad disrespectful. I can't believe they still wheel Robert Kubica out. I don't get the advantage. What's the advantage of that? Surely it's much more advantageous to put a young driver in there. I don't know why Kubica gets sessions. That's mad. I mean, he was great back in the day, you know. 15 years ago, Robert Kubica was one of the best in the world, but it's 15 years ago. I don't get it, man. But he's still knocking about, getting the odd session here and there. Is Kubica, so fair play to him. Kubica, anyone in chat? He's in the car, mate. Yeah, he's still about. Do some F1 Manager. Yeah, F1 22 career mode. Yeah, did the F1 game before. Yeah, the thing about that is, right, I have done it before and I enjoyed it. It was really good. I put it on, I made it really difficult settings and I was finishing last every race or whatever, right? But I did enjoy it. But what happened is, it kind of killed the channel just as it was starting to grow, because I think what happens is, you do one type of content, like, let's say, watch-alongs, and YouTube must have an algorithm where it puts you in one certain category, and then you start to rank on that category. So when people put in like F1 Live or something, maybe I'm the 10th one on the list, maybe I'm the 20th one on the list. If if a random person types in on YouTube like F1 Live, I'm not the top 5. Do you know what I mean? It's a tiny channel. Maybe I'm 10th, 20th, right? But I think I was starting to move up that list, right? So maybe people putting F1 Live in as I was starting to move up the list, or starting to get a few more viewers in and stuff. For like Spanish Grand Prix, it popped off, and Austrian Grand Prix, British Grand Prix, around the middle of the season, was getting quite a few viewers. And then I started slapping the F1 game, right? Because I thought, right, the channel's growing, I've got to do stuff in between the races, right? Let's go, sort of thing. I was like, right, I can pick this up and run with it. So I started doing the F1. Oh, sorry, I've not got live. So, yeah, sorry, the timings weren't live. They're live now. So I started doing F1 game. Killed it. Because I think then the YouTube algorithm picked up, oh, he's not doing live he's not doing watch-alongs anymore. He's not in that category anymore. Now he's doing gaming. So I think they took me out of that category, and I confused it. What you've got to do is, if I was going to do gaming, I'd have to have a different channel for that. And I'm not doing 2 channels, do you know what I mean? I've got 300 subs, like... You have 2 channels when you've got 1 million subs, don't you? Oh, I've got a second channel, you know what I mean? When you got a million subs. Not when you're 300. I've got a second channel, guys. No. So it kind of messed it up, because it was just starting to grow and gather some momentum. And then I think the Alpha confused YouTube, because it's like, are you a gaming channel, or are you a live sport channel? I don't think you can be both, unless you've already got a big channel. If your channel's already big and you try and do that, you can pull it off, because you've already got a fan base, you've already got an audience, so you can pull it off. But when you're just starting out, I kind of shot myself in the foot doing the F1 game. And then it got to like the next race. I'd been doing F1 game for like over summer break. I remember I did F1 career mode virtually every day over summer break. Come back for like, I don't know, it's after the summer break. It's usually Belgium. I've got a feeling it was like Hungary. It was like Hungary, Belgium, and all of a sudden, I had like 1/10 of the viewers that I'd had before summer break. It was like literally 5-10%. Of the viewership, so it killed it. And then I was like, right, I can't do the game anymore. It's killed it. And since then, unfortunately, that's what stopped this channel in its tracks, because it was, we were doing all right in like May, June, July. It's also not helped that Max Verstappen's won every single race, so this season's been like a 3 out of 10 season. That's also not helped me, but. So the gaming is... Long story short, the gaming might not be the way to go. Basically. I could have just said, no, the gaming's not the way to go. But yeah, no, because it confuses it. It confuses it, I think. And I was just building up some momentum, and then it's like, are you a gaming channel, or are you a live sport channel? What are you doing? You know what I mean? I think you've got to stick to one thing. You know, like if you're a channel that bakes cakes, you've got to just bake cakes. You can't suddenly come out and go, right, I'm going to do a live stream of me in a library. No, mate, you're going to stick to your baking cakes. Unless you're already massive, and then you can just slap anything out there. It doesn't matter. Kubica did 2 races for Alfa Romeo as Raikkonen's replacement. Why don't I remember that? Why don't I remember that? Kubica did 2 races for Alfa Romeo as Raikkonen's replacement at Zandvoort and Monza last year. I have absolutely no recollection of that at all. Why did Kimi miss 2 races? Are you sure? I have absolutely no recollection of that at all. Why did Kimi miss? Oh, is it? Did he test positive for COVID and miss 2 races, did he, Kimi? I can't even... I'd totally forgotten about that. It must have all been... I think everyone was so focused on the Hamilton-Verstappen that definitely went under the radar. You're last in Williams. Yeah, Will Rally, but that's what I wanted to do. Is it dark FP1? No, it's mid-afternoon settings. Yeah, so what is it? 20 to 11 here. I reckon Abu Dhabi is probably about 5 hours ahead. Something like that. I reckon it's about 20 to 3 in the afternoon. I'd a guess. So no, it's still light. But for FP2, I think it's going to be like sunsets. But yeah, so the picture in the background doesn't really represent the conditions out on circuit. So apologies. But yeah, FP2 I think is more around the race time. Yeah, FP2 is 1 PM, which is the race starts 1 PM on Sunday. So we'll be on sunset. We'll be on sunset mode for FP2. But yeah, it's mid-afternoon. Mid-afternoon at the minute. So I've not been really following the lap times. I've been on a bit of a waffle, but it's just have a chat during practice, innit? I thought it was 2020 season. Yeah, same. I don't even have a clue that Kubica did 2 races. But yeah, I mean, I could do the gaming for 3 months, but. You know, it's like once or twice a week or something. You know, I won't be like every day. Like, you know what I mean? I've got to earn some money doing other stuff. You know, can't be spending too much time on something that's not earning a penny. You know what I mean? But I could do some gaming. But then the thing is, it comes to March, and then I go back on a watch along. But YouTube thinks I'm a gaming channel. It ain't going to rank. So then, in the long run, it could be a massive slap in the head. I could do like weekly news updates, because there's always a little bits going on in the off season. But I mean, I don't know what the other channels do. Like, I don't know. Could do like weekly news updates. I've said it before. I would like to do like a quiz thing, like F1, like an F1 quiz. But I haven't got a big enough community to make it worthwhile. You need the chat popping off and all that. Maybe in a couple of years, you know, we do a quiz and that. That'd be sick. But it's not. You know, I'm not ready for a quiz yet. You know what I mean? We're not ready for a quiz. But I don't know what else. News updates, but that's a bit dead. Could you like? I'm sure I wrote down some ideas actually. But not F1 Manager. I know someone said F1 Manager in the chat. SHT, yeah. F1 Manager, nah. It's not for me. That I'd get bored of that rapid. No, we'll see, innit? But yeah, it's going to be peak times. Trying to bridge the gap from mid-November to mid-March. Well, actually, the first race next year, I think's 5th of March. So, you know, a couple of weeks earlier than normal. Because they're going to squeeze in 24 races next season. Yeah. 24 races next year. Because China's back. After like 4 years. China's back. Las Vegas is new. And they're also racing at Qatar as well. At a new circuit, I think, in Qatar. And then, but, so that's 3 new ones, but there's no French Grand Prix. So that's how it is. So you got, yeah, that's how it is. So you've got, what did I say? China's back. Las Vegas. Qatar. 3 in. And no France. It's a crap circuit anyway. That would not be crying over no French Grand Prix, will we? I mean, it's terrible. Oh, here we go. Yeah, ideas, right? Right, so we could do over winter, looking back at Vettel's career, I suppose. I mean, that might get 10 views, 20 views on a good day. You know, review Vettel's career. Best overtakes this season? Nah, dead. Season review? Let's send a season review. I don't know how I would do that, though. Because I can't play clips. That's the thing. If I could play clips of F1, even if it was like, right, you can play 1 minute clips, or that would change the game. But you can't play clips, so what? Put some photographs up and say, oh, Canada was a great race. And then a picture of like Alonso on the front row. You know what I mean? That's a bit dead as well. Season review we could do. Yeah, quiz, nah. F1 news roundup. What about that? Once a week. Will Buxton did that for a bit, didn't he? Where he did like weekly news kind of thing. Could bridge a gap. Daniel Ricciardo's career. And then once you get, the thing is, once you get to like February, you can start doing like predictions for the next season, looking at the 2023 grid and all that. But you can't do that now. You can't, you know, you can't just slap on like predictions in like, well, you could, but yeah. Here we go. What about some races formed the Australia Supercars? Do they go throughout the winter, do they? Because I suppose because it's summer in Australia, you V8 supercars. I know nothing about it. So that would be peak. Australia Supercars. Does podcasts? I know, but they've got guests and all that. Do you want to come on as a guest, Gav? In fact, you know what would be good one day? A co-commentator. Yeah, I'd rate that. You know, like on City Extras, it's two of it. It's Jordan and Lewis, and they bounce off each other. I'd love an F1 version of that if it was like me as like the mad one that's like shouting his bollocks off, you know, giving it the full. He's Verstappen around the outside, you know, that's my role, and then have someone else give on a technical. Talk about strategies and on a technical one. Now that would change the game, I reckon. If I had a partner, you know, maybe one day, you never know. Maybe one day the channel will be Motorsport Madmen. I've only got to change one letter. Hey, thinking ahead. No, you never know, innit? I reckon that'll be good one day. But they do podcasts, yeah, with you know, but they're not on their own though, are they? There's 3 of them, 4 of them. So then it's calm. You know, if I did a podcast with like 3 other F1 fans, I could talk all day. But when you're on your own, like doing a solo podcast, it's not even a podcast. It's just this. It's just what it is now. I lagged out for a second. Oh, apologies if it lags out at all. Somehow I've waffled my way through 48 minutes of this. We've got 12 minutes to go in FP1. Apart from the Logan Sargent spin, not a lot else has happened, to be honest with you. It's Mercedes 1-2, though. Lewis got to win this weekend, or else his record's gone. Season review, yeah. F1 classic races. I know, I have thought about that as well. Like, doing what you can, if you get F1 TV, you've got all the I don't know the word, like the library, you've got all the old races, haven't you? You've got the full. So you could just bring up, like, bang, 2012 Brazilian Grand Prix or something, and I could watch that and react to that. But nah, I mean, what I've got to think is, I've got to do something that I myself would watch. Would I watch someone doing a watch along of a classic F1 race? Probably not, because I know what's happened. I've got to think about what'd be interesting. You know, I don't know, man. Season review, maybe. Weekly news bulletin, maybe. The gaming, I don't know, I might shoot myself in the foot with the gaming. As much fun as that is, you know, I might shoot myself in the foot. It might come round to next March and we get back on the watch along, and it's just, I'm just bottom of the pile. And so, you know, it's handful of viewers for another season, and that, you know, that'd be dead. So yeah, it's not easy. The archive, that's it. Yeah, you got all the archives. That was the word I was looking for. Yeah, yeah, you got all the archives, haven't you? If you got F1 TV. So it's possible. In fact, one race that I did watch back on there was 2010 Korean Grand Prix. Yeah, mad one that. That was a race. That was a race. It went on that long, it was going dark. It was dark by the end. That's when I was an Alonso fan back then. That's when I thought we were going to win the championship then. He won that race against all odds. I think both Red Bulls were, one crashed and one broke down. It was just one of them wild, wet races that went on for like 4 hours. It was an absolute banger, that. Yeah, the archives. What about series got F1 rivalries? Senna versus Prost, Webber versus Vettel, Hamilton versus Alonso. What, and talk about the rivalries over the years? The thing is, I don't know enough about the Senna v Prost. You know, it's before my time, obviously. I don't. So I wasn't there to live the Senna v Prost era. Like, I know as much as a Formula One fan who missed that era would know. I know the you know, I know how it went down, but I don't know the gritty details that people would have known that experienced it firsthand. McLaren with this special edition livery as well, like they had last year here in Abu Dhabi. It looks good. It looks alright. But yeah, only seven minutes to go in FP1. It is Hamilton from Russell. Hamilton with a 1:26.6. Fastest so far with 7 minutes to go. Russell 2/10 off. Yeah, Russell and Leclerc separated by what, 35 thousandths of a second. So Russell and Leclerc really close. I'd tell you what, Lawson's that's a good lap from Liam Lawson. He's only 2/10 off Sergio Perez in P5, and Robert Schwartzman is a second off the pace in P7 in the Ferrari. What, six tenths behind Leclerc? It's not horrific, is it? But definitely Liam Lawson has done a good lap there. Sargent's 14th, Fittipaldi's 16th, O'Ward 17th, Doohan 18th, Drugovic 19th. They're the other sort of substitutes. He's awake. You're awake. So am I, Chris. But it was a late one. Yeah. Don't Formula E run over the winter time? Oh, I can't stand Formula E. Oh, I think it does, yeah. I think does Formula E run from like, yeah, from the middle of one year to the middle of the next, like July to May or whatever, something like that. I think you're right. Nah, you can't. Formula E is absolutely. I probably do. Have you heard of the Rolex 24 at Daytona, end of January? 24-hour race. A bit like Le Mans, but round Daytona. With the infield section and everything. So it's not just a loop, it's like got the infield and all that. It's like Le Mans, but in January in America. Should we do 24-hour stream on that? I always watch it anyway. I always watch that, so you know that could be a fun one. Yeah, 24-hour stream, end of Jan, full weekend. No, maybe I'll do like the first 6 hours and the last 6 hours or something like that. I mean, doing the whole 24 would be wild. But Formula E, I don't know about that. Chris, talking about what I'm going to do with the channel for until the next March, because this is the last race, and it's going to be a difficult one to bridge the gap until about the 5th of March. So, answers on a postcard, or answers in chat. A few ideas. Could do gaming, but the gaming shoots myself in the foot because then YouTube puts me in the gaming category and then it messes up the, you know, I sort of shoots myself in the foot in terms of growth. So, don't know about the gaming. I'd have to do another channel for the gaming, and I'm not having 2 channels. You know what I mean? Not at this stage. Maybe one day. See, I don't know about the gaming. Weekly news roundup, maybe. Season review. Ranking the circuits, ranking the drivers, ranking the... I don't know. I don't know. Or just leave it dormant for 3 months. See, what would be worse? See, this would be a good question, right? What would be worse? Leaving the channel dormant for 3 months, so then I'll be, you know, surely I'll be well out of any rankings and all the rest of it. So leaving the channel dormant, or slapping gaming on for 3 months. Which would be worse? Now there's one for the YouTube gods. Being in the wrong category for 3 months or not doing anything. Which is worse? I do not know. Yeah. Tricky. Remember the A1 race series that used to be on Sky Sports? Nah. A1? Isn't that what the Red Bull ring used to be called? The A1 ring? Is it just a series that races around the Red Bull ring every week? No, I've never heard of it. A1 series, nah. Well, there's a lot to think of. What do you mean? No. Yeah. What can I do for 3 months? Yeah, this is the last race, so GG's. Until, I think it's March the 5th, the first race. Yeah. I mean, once you get to like middle of February and they start launching the new cars, I'll probably try and do some streams on that. Because I love when the new cars are unveiled. I love that. You know, there's like a 2-week period where like every day the new car gets launched, and that's really exciting times. I love that. So maybe that's when the channel gets reinvigorated. But to go from now until end of Feb, might be tricky. But yeah, FP1 nearly done with 30 seconds to go. It's going to be a Mercedes 1-2. And they come on strong, haven't they, Mercedes, in this last quarter of the season. They've been rapid. 1-2 last time out as well in Brazil. And Lewis is his last chance. Mick Doohan, 5-time motorcycle racing champion. So, yeah, Jack Doohan from a motorsport family. Mick Doohan and now Jack Doohan. But Jack on 4 wheels, his dad Mick on 2 wheels. I'm guessing the normal drivers. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I think everyone back to the normal scenario for FP2. Yeah, at 1 p.m. Like seeing a new livery start of the season. Yeah, I mean not just the liveries. I mean the liveries, yeah. But just seeing what everyone's come up with in terms of aero package and just seeing the innovations and all the nerdy little new aerodynamic little parts, and yeah, I love it. Absolutely love it. When the new cars come out, yeah. So what? By the time we get mid-February, beyond like Valentine's Day, from like mid-February onwards, we'll be all right. Yeah, but until then, who knows? That's the end of it. FP1 then. It is Hamilton, Russell, Leclerc, Perez, Lawson, top 5. Yeah, Lawson in for Max Verstappen, and he's done a good job. Probably the standout. Also Schwartzman there in P7. Vettel last ever Grand Prix weekend up there in P6 in FP1. So Vettel looking quick. Ricciardo as well. Won't be in Formula 1 next season. He's up there in P8. And you got Bottas, Albon, Gasly, Ocon, Tsunoda, Kubica, Sargent, Magnussen, Fittipaldi, O'Ward, Doohan, and Drugovich. Yeah. So we're back to normal for FP2. Everyone gets in the normal grid is back in the cars for FP2. That'll be 1 p.m. UK time, so I'll be live. I think it's 1 p.m. Yeah, 1 p.m. I think. So we'll be live at 10 to 1, and we'll have a bit of a chat again. Do drop me a like, guys, if you've enjoyed the stream. I know it's not really groundbreaking content, but you know, when we get to quali, when we get to the race, it's a different mode. It goes up a few gears, and we fully have it when it's race day. But practice, we have a chat and chill. You know what I mean? Chat and chill. I used to call it chat and chill. So thanks for joining. For this first practice session. I'm losing my driver, Chris. He's gone. He's gone, mate. I was gonna do a stream on it yesterday, but I thought it's just gonna be an hour of me moaning. You know what I mean? I thought, no, I'll probably swerve it because it'd just be me moaning about it. So, no. What do you think of Ricardo McSchumacher doing in 2023? I think I've got the outro music going. I think it's going to be Mick, reserve driver for Mercedes, and Daniel, reserve driver for Red Bull. That's what I reckon. And Lawson's 5th. Right, I will see you at FP2 in a couple of hours, 10 to 1. I'll be live. Peace out, guys. Drop me a like, subscribe if you're into Formula 1. You know the thing. See you later, guys. Cheers.